The man carefully wiped the blood from his hammer, flushed the bloody tissue down the toilet, and lit a photo of a girl on fire. When it was halfway burned, he snuffed it out using a Bible. Then he pulled the plastic off the smoke detector. After that, he packed all the junk in the room into a bag and even took a moment to smooth out the wrinkled bedspread. Just as he opened the door to leave, he heard footsteps in the hallway and quickly shut it again. Only when the woman had walked past the corner did he quietly step out. As he passed a housekeeping cart, he slipped his bag of junk into it. When he reached the hotel's main entrance, he spotted a parked police car in the distance. He quickly turned and exited through the basement back door, but he had barely stepped out when a thug jumped him and punched him in the face. This guy was a known mugger in the area, but this time he picked the wrong victim. George spun him around and slammed him with a headbutt that left the thug dazed and helpless. Standing over him, George hesitated for a long time, but ultimately chose not to kill him. He turned around and disappeared into the darkness without looking back. Later, he arrived at the airport. Calm and methodical, he turned on the faucet and drank while watching the girl behind him. His mission had been to rescue her from kidnappers. He stepped into a phone booth and called his handler to report that the job was done. Before sunrise, he slipped back home under the cover of darkness. At home, he found his mother asleep in her chair. He gently removed her glasses and carried her to bed. Once she was settled, he went into his own room, put a plastic bag over his head, and began suffocating himself. As the oxygen dwindled, his mind drifted back to childhood. His father had a violent temper and often beat his mother. The worst incident was when he cracked her head open with a hammer. Those traumatic memories haunted George into adulthood. Now, even his weapon of choice was a hammer. As he neared unconsciousness from lack of air, George finally pulled the bag off. The next day, he met his contact at a store. He greeted him and led him into the storage room, where he collected the rest of his payment. Suddenly, George's tone turned icy cold.
Did your son tell you what he saw me?
With a friend, you know, it's just a coincidence, man. No. No, I know you wouldn't want me to know. Boys just didn't mean to see you, Joe.
In the hitman world, exposing a home address is a cardinal sin, even if it's a trusted longtime partner. The contact apologized profusely, claiming it was an accident. George, out of respect for their years of work together, didn't retaliate. He just handed him 3 bills and walked out without looking back. But that moment of mercy would come back to destroy him.